So, okay, let's see. Is it working? Let me go to Sketchbook really quickly. Continue where I'm. This time I'm actually going to talk in my own stream. I was having trouble with connection stuff, and also I was afraid. I wasn't too sure anyone's going to join, so. I just ended up not talking, so. Plan to fix that now. So I'm gonna be working a little bit on this, finishing this up, which I need to, hold on. Thank you. Do. Hopefully. I do have my fan running, so I'm gonna have to turn down my audio. Also, my deepest apologies. It has been a very difficult day. Put a like on the stream. Yeah, I usually, keyword, try to do something dynamic like this once in a while, so I don't know how well it's gonna go. Because she has a certain type of skin tone. So 2 likes on the stream, nice. Ow. Need to shave. So I'll be working on this fan art first. Try to finish this up. Well, at least elements of it up. I want to finish elements, keyword. And then I'm going to try to work on my Adventures with Superman fan art piece, and then I might try to work on some of my request stuff from DeviantArt and all that stuff, because oh golly, I got a lot to do. Because sad fact is, I have the biggest problem of starting up new projects and then I haven't finished up my old ones. So yeah. I'm trying to get the shadowing down. Which one is it? That one's fine. That one's fine. Is it this one? There's sometimes it's difficult because... there we go. I need to get, there we go. Duplicate. Put it on the top layer. It's always better to have something on the top layer for the lines and stuff so you can have a strong emphasis on your line work. From experience. Crap. Let me check my social media. Also, I'm gonna turn down my volume so you guys don't have to hear my fan, which is pretty much an air conditioning unit almost. It's really what's the word? Loud. So I'm gonna be working on this bad boy for a little bit. I want to finish up Nevin and her design, and then I'm gonna try, no keyword, try, to finish up whatever I need to do on this just a little bit wise, and then I'll do some of the other stuff I need to catch up on. So yay. Hold on. Hold on a second. There we go. This is gonna be difficult. Okay, so I have Nevin. I need a shader just a little bit. I think I need to move this a little bit down, obviously. Trying to think. Because she has more of like a pale skin tone. So it's like really difficult to like shade that and have it work, at least. Okay, so this kind of works. Well, no, that needs to go just a thinner line. And then this There we go. Might have a little bit of shade right there. Also, if I remember correctly, which one was it? Oh, it was this one. So that. Where? Oh. I think it was this, and then we had this a little bit more up. Kind of like at a balance, right around here. Okay. Man, stopping by for a like for you. Hey man, you feeling good? Mostly. Shoulder hurts, but I am mostly good. Minor headache, but I saw you were streaming. I was gonna stop by, but I was like, I need to set up for this for a second because I was trying to. I'm kind of just stressed. I have a lot of stuff I need to get done. Like, I do have my fan blowing, so it's like, it's really hot because I have a hotter room. So for me, dang it. Hold on, I need to duplicate. I'm gonna lock this one so I can't add anything to it. So there we go. So if you're wondering what that annoying sound is, that would be my fan, and it's hotter in my room, so it's like, well, what can I do? I don't have really a place that I can record at the moment because, sadly, the usual room I record in, which would be the guest bedroom, is currently occupied, so it's like, well, shit. But I am doing good. How are you doing, man? Sorry I didn't stop by. I should have. I just busy. I have like a lot of requests I need to do, and then I also have like personal fan art stuff, which is basically what this is. Kinda. This is like DMC3 fan art thing that I guess it's been like 3 streams. I will say personally, the stream earlier did die on me because internet shit. Lovely. Also, I am kind of, oh shit. I am also avoiding Twitter. Boy, I never really watched him. But, yeah, nope, not, all I'm gonna say is, for fuck's sakes. Like, why? 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 You probably already heard, maybe you haven't. Did you hear about Mr. Disrespect? Mr. Disrespect? Have you heard what was going on with him? Oh my god. Hi. Hello. Welcome, Celeste Boo. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. It's taking me so long to render everything. I wanted to work on this first before I got anything else that I need to do out of the way. And she has such a palish skin tone that I'm trying a different style with it, where it's more digital paint-esque, where I kind of want it to be a little bit more, what's the word? You know. Also, how are you doing? Good morrow, good day, good Hold on, I got my earphone. Hold on. Got my earphone, so I can't hear the live. Oh, it's okay. Plus, I have my audio turned a little bit farther down because of my fan right now. I am currently trying to catch up on this project while I can. I was streaming earlier, missed half of people's messages, and then then my stream died, so it's like, well, shit. I can hear you now. Hi! Hello! Welcome! I am currently trying to color Nevin, because I have her to do. Go on, draw your two heart. Yes. Also, I'm also currently trying to avoid Twitter, because goddamn. Now, no, let me be frank with you. Let me be frank. It is not to do with any drama, but for me, it's to do with drama for somebody else. And usually when someone gets ousted for something stupid, yeah, I'm kind of try to stay as far away as I can. And currently, Dr. Disrespect is under a lot of bullshit. So it's like, well, yeah, I can't, I never really watched him that much, so I can't really say too much, but a friend of mine has, and I refuse to mention it to them for 3 reasons. I'd rather not, some juicy Twitter drop. I wouldn't call it juicy. But yeah, it is still drama, but I'm just kind of like at a point now where it's like, I refuse to freaking deal with that. I will not touch Twitter with a 10-foot pole. Oh, hello, Mowgli. Hello, Mogo. I can't pronounce it, but hello, welcome. Hello. Oh, I need to shave. Bottom of my chin is bothering me. I need to shave. I have too much of Dante's scruffiness right now. Let's just say Dr. Disrespect is under a lot of fire. I won't say why, but I'll just say that it's going on. I guess this is shaded pretty good. I can't really complain. Do you guys think this is good? Because I know it needs work, but I'm, you know, add a bit of gray. Hold on. Add a bit of gray behind her hair, and add a bit of light and shadow. Okay, fair enough. And I don't know how dark the contrast is. Well, yeah, but I'm I'm setting this where the Dante fought her, and also good luck. You bet. What? You leaving already? No, you can't leave. I'm kidding. I guess that looks right. I probably turned down the contrast a little bit, but no, I'm here. Well, when you said good luck, I thought you were leaving. I was like, oh shoot, that was quick. Yes. Uh. I think this is good. Not for certain. Actually, let me mute myself real quick. I gotta do something really quick, and I will be right back. And, so don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Okay, I have returned. Okay. My apologies. Alright, so I think there needs to be less gray, like a little bit of black. Just a little bit, right? Like, in certain parts, like, and I like turn it down, obviously, but like just a little bit. because I guess that works. A little bit of right there. Also, if you guys were curious, when I had to go do first thing, chin was bothering me, so minor shaving, and then I had to use the throne. So it's really about it. The chin thing is mainly because I have not shaved in a bit, and that was driving me insane. Sometimes I'm a bit lazy. I just forget to shave, so I look like I'm homeless. I'm not afraid to nitpick at myself. Okay. I might, hold on, I'll take this back. I might, like, keep, oh, what? Yes. You shave now? Yes, I shaved now, because it was driving me insane, because I kind of had to. Because of the way I was laying, it was driving me insane. I was like, no! I can't keep doing this! It's just, little prickles in the neck is driving me nuts. Oh man. Yeah, sometimes I can be a bit lazy. Earlier today, I was watching, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch his stream on Twitch. Because sometimes the ink tank will, like, mainly Kuro. Let me get this, sip some coffee. I'm gonna. Alrighty, well, get some coffee in that system. Yeah. Streams like commissions on his Twitch and stuff like that, which, if I'm being honest with you, I wanna kind of start doing, like, for YouTube streams, like big projects like this that I know are gonna take me a while. I'm gonna start streaming these semi-regularly. Crap. And basically work on these for however hours it takes. But, like, for requests, like, basically, because on my DeviantArt page, I have been getting some requests, and I haven't had time to sit down and work on them. And I have also fan art stuff that I want to finish and stuff like that. So what I want to try to do, now this is me, I want to try to basically work on stuff to the best of my ability live, and stuff like that. Now, I'm not certain on all of it. I might, I might pivot on some things, but right now I want to kind of do more of these because they're really fun, and you guys can throw in little, like, ways to help on certain drawings and stuff like that. And I do have, like, I want to kind of open up, like, a way for you guys, because I haven't had the time to really post on the other two channels. So the gaming channel, there's a reason why I haven't been able, like, really haven't posted on it as much. We help. Yes. The gaming channel, I haven't posted on it as much because I haven't had a reason to. And the art channel, the pure art channel, I do want to post on that more, but I just haven't had the time to really sit down and work on, what's the word? Really sit down and work on anything I need to, So what I want to kind of do is kind of do some more. I want to try to get some more shorts out over there to hopefully soon, because I do have some videos planned and I want to do those on the art channel. So, like, collab videos, I have a few planned. one of them is with somebody that's in the chat. She knows who she is. Don't you? And we're still working on that. I haven't had time to really record my section of the redesigns and stuff like that, but you know, that has been one thing for the DMC stuff. And then I have another separate collab with somebody that I'm gonna try. We're working on. Yes, me. Yes. And I have a separate one that I have. I'm gonna be collabing with somebody on for my adventures with Superman redesign stuff. So that is gonna be interesting. I am not okay. Hold on. And nice, a lot of projects then. Yes, a lot of stuff I need to get done. I want to try to balance. I'm so busy with work. I can't even. Could not even. It's fine if you know. I get it. I know you've been busy. Trust me. It's been like you're not the only one I know that that works their butt off. Queenie's the same way. She's a chronic workaholic, kind of like me. There's plenty of people I know that are that way, so it is perfectly fine. Do your best, don't overwork. Yeah, I know. Plus, I have my requests and stuff like that from my DeviantArt page that I need to sit down and work on. I just haven't had the time because it's been a pain in the butt. I did try to get something out on here. Very relatable, yeah. I tried to get something out on here, on the main channel, which was just a short, which, what was it? You want to enjoy the fruit, you need to treat the soil and put, yes. Hugs to the chronic workaholic, yes. She's like me, workaholic. Because she's an accountant, so her job is very great. Well, that's not how she sees it, but but it's very, somewhat great, if you can call it such. But she's very good at it. She's better at it than anyone I know. And she's the most hardworking person I know, so there's that too. But yes, I do, I know what you're saying. I need to, believe me, I get it. That's your little hint to kind of enjoy stuff, not, you know, I know. Gotta move this all the way down here. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Worst timing ever. Laundry night. Lovely. Okay. What was I saying again? Crap. 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 Dang it. It's okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Getting resituated. Also, if you guys are curious, it does usually take me around... How long have I been streaming so far? It usually takes me around this amount of time just to get stuff done. $30 now. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. This time it wasn't family, it was an annoyance. It's pissing me off. I'm gonna try to see... I'm trying to figure out, should I have this be a little bit like, what's the word? Faded? Like, I don't know, like... Like, I want to kind of have it be, because it's still kind of like a... I want it to have this misty, because I want bats to still come out of it. I want it to have that look from the games. And I want it to have this almost distinct look. Hi, welcome. Hi, Misty, welcome. Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently working on a thing. Hi, hi, hi. Yes. Also, Queenie, if you're in the chat, how has your day at work been, by the way? Forgot to ask you. I know you've been working your butt off. I did try to clarify, because when I said, because I saw that in the Discord, you know, the thing with the Minecraft server, I wanted to clarify, you can take your time. I was only agreeing with them on just the thing of, like, curious, because I, you know, that whole thing, I was just a little bit curious is all. I'm not, like, there's not a rush or anything for that. Like, I was just, you know. Oh, I know, it's fine. And valid to ask questions on projects after all. Yeah. I don't want you to think I'm, like, being entitled or anything, or something stupid. You work your butt off. I know how hard you work, so I just wanted to clarify. I need to fade this a little bit. Hold on. Okay, I wanna just do. How do you think this is looking, by the way, guys? I know it needs some work. It needs like some more details, but I wanted to get your guys' opinion. Because right now it's just needs like a lot of like details and stuff like that. Blending and work. Yes. I do think her head is a bit hold on. I do think her head is a bit large. I love the way you make her dress, her dynamic pose. Yeah, her head is a bit large, but I think the reason I think because I did get like a couple references, and one of them was from a friend. It's very complex. Where's Dante? Dante is this would be this was where Dante is. I'm like coloring and working on her first because there he is. Yes. The pose that because a friend Don came by, I believe I think the stream the other night, and he gave me like this for one of the references because it has a similar look. But also, alrighty, yeah. But also, I can agree that her head is a bit large, but I think it's also because of the way I drew the anatomy for it. The head. Let me pull this up real quick, because I have the anatomy on a separate sheet because I saved it on its own thing, luckily. And basically, hopefully it's saved. Where is it? What layer am I on? There it is. I'll drag it up top. Oh, I understand. It's a good... Well, yeah, but also, the stream where I was working on the anatomy for this whole thing, you can ask Mo, it was a pain. This whole thing took me forever to get down and get in a pose that I was happy with. It was like multiple references, multiple things. This has been like 3 streams or 4 to 5 streams working on this so far, like, you know, in layers. So it usually takes me a while, but the anatomy one took me the longest, and her head is a bit large even for that, which I can agree. But I feel like she is closer to the camera, and so like it's more of like a depth of field thing where I feel like, and I do agree with you, so I'm not sitting there saying you're wrong, it's perfect. I do agree, but I also think that it's also a thing of, yeah, it was hard, but he was doing, yes, it was a pain in the royal asif. You could, like, if you rewatch that stream, I was struggling with it for, like, it felt like hours. God, it was the worst. But I also think her neck, I'm going to try to add some shade or like shadowing right there because it feels like there's a little bit too much of her neck. Yeah, it's very relatable perspective. Yes, it is the worst. And also, plus, this is the first time, because usually if I can be quick about it when I'm working on, like, drawings, like just the Corolla DeVille one and stuff like that with a good amount of reference and just an idea of the pose and screwing around with it, I can easily just get it done in like seconds. But if it's something a little bit more dynamic and it's something that, you know, it's probably going to take me a lot longer to get it done. Because usually with stuff like this, it takes a lot longer because it's more dynamic and more it's more dynamic, and it has this like feel of like, okay, so what, like I have to like capture the more finite details and also try to kind of balance stuff the best I can. Now, not perfectly, because obviously things aren't gonna be perfect, because that's a given, but more often than not, it's still the fun of it. The one also downside is when I'm streaming, this tablet starts to get warmer and warmer because I'm using the Prism Live app. So it kind of does start to overheat it a little bit, because obviously. So it's a good thing I do have a fan running. So I know you guys are not going to like the sound of it's going to feel like an AC, but I kind of have to have it near it a little bit. Not just for myself, because I get overheated easy, but also for the tablet, because, yeah. Oh no, the tablet, yeah, yeah, tech is very, annoying. Well, my phone does it too. When if you try to stream from your phone, or you record something for long enough, it does kind of start to overheat. And I'm sure Celeste put the fan and the wind mix wind stuff. Yes, I'm sure Celeste can vouch, because if she records stuff from her phone from a longer period of time, anyone's phone does start to overheat a little bit, especially if you're streaming. If you're streaming or you're recording something from your phone, it will kind of overheat, because obviously I think it's just a cooling thing. I don't know what it is. Also, I'm gonna find this a little bit. Oh yeah, I've had to put on a charger on 2%. Yes, but also it just kind of overheats. Doesn't just drain battery, but it overheats a bit. But yeah. Also, do you want to know something funny, Celeste? Besides my flash video occasionally, the second video or stream that is on my For You page, like that, like if I look up my channel, guess what pops up? Because of it's even though it only has 50 views, that collab stream we did, that one is probably the top thing that shows up. So that's pretty cool. The Devil May Cry, yeah. That's the, well, originally it was my Flash redesign video, or the Art Live drawing like layouts and stuff. Oh, really? Yeah. If I look up my channel on YouTube, let's say, for instance, I go here, dang it, and I go here, dang it, sometimes if you look what pops up on the side, does that icon look familiar? Because this is where my name is. Look right there. Look on the side. That would be that one.
What are you about to no Bruce? The collab stream we did is the top thing that shows up on the For You thing. For like, if you look up your name, my name, that's what shows up. Even if it has 50 views, that's the top video thing that shows up on the side, which is pretty interesting. I did not know that till recently. Originally, for a bit, it was my Flash villain redesign video, but now it is that one. Congrats! Yes. I hope more people check out that old stream. It was really fun to do. Most fun I had in a while. We need to do another one, but we also still need to... Yeah, YouTube was pushing your stuff. Yes. Hopefully, more people will check out some of my stuff. That Flash villain redesign video, boy golly, that one took me so long. At least part 2 did. I haven't had time to sit down and make a new one. I kind of need to put my because I really don't think a lot of people, personally, I hope my voice wasn't annoying. Oh, for God's sake, shut up. that it would never be annoying at all. That is bullshit. It is not annoying at all. Now I have to see it on the search. It is not annoying at all. At all. It is perfectly acceptable. And it's just fine. Thank you. But yes, I hope more people, you know, see some of the stuff. Yes. I do have more planned, but yes. I wanna try to get some more done. Yes. Her voice is far from annoying. If anything, have you heard my voice? Yeah, it's annoying. That's annoying. Her voice is perfectly fucking fine. Do we ever really get to see Nevin's feet? I don't want to do this wrong, but do we ever really get to see her feet, or should I just keep them like almost like you do sound like a cartoon hero? I wouldn't say that. I sound more like an annoying dumbass. But I'm trying to remember. Feet? Yeah, no, like basically Nevin, you know, fights, but she's half in the nude. And I was curious, do we ever... Hold on, let me pull up a reference real quick. Do we ever really get to see what her feet look like? Because... I'm trying to think, because she has... feet, he, yeah. Don't start your Mort behavior from Madagascar, how dare you. The reason why is because, you know what, I think I'll just say heck with it, and, because I don't know, I have been summoned by feet. Darn it. Welcome. God darn it. Which layer was it? Hold on. Do. Where is the layer that I had it on? I think it was this one. Okay, yes, it is. Hello, Gregif. Welcome. Yeah, that looks weird. That's not how you draw feet. Fuck. Well, I could. Hold on. I ain't chatting too long. I got my work, the chores around, but I keep my about to feet my yes. And it's Wednesday, my dudes. Yes. Well, so far it's been a good Wednesday, besides a few things. Yes. I'm trying to think how to do her feet because women have more. I wouldn't want to make fun of you guys, so don't take this the wrong way, but you guys have a certain type of feet that it's almost like. How do I say this without sounding weird? Skinny ass feet where you can wear high heels. There, I said it. Cause like, high heels are a nightmare. Don't know how you do you guys are you guys just masochists? Are you guys just masochists? How the do you guys wear those things? It's freaking terrible. But besides that, how I hate pointy heels. I don't blame you. And I have sisters. They suck. They've made it very clear that they don't like those shoes either. One of them I see occasionally, the other one I haven't seen in years. For multiple reasons. But I know for a fact those types of shoes are terrible. Shoot. Damn it. Do you guys have any tips here? Without making this look weird? Or should I just kind of have it like this? Because, yeah, she's not wearing any shoes, but it's like, what can I do? There's really nothing I can really do. The way, no matter what I try to do on the drawing front, it looks weird. Because if I try to draw her feet, like that's her toe, that's her toe, that's her toe, it's gonna look like weird as fuck. Look at that. It's not gonna look right. It looks weird. So it's like I'm at a loss for what I should do. You guys have any ideas? I just want to say that pointy. Okay, I just want to say that pointy high heels become more and more uncomfortable in the modern age. Well, obviously, because they're fucking terrible. How you guys wear those is beyond me. But regardless,
I will also try to work on my Adventures with Superman print here in a bit, because I want to try to work on at least the inking for it. I have wide toes, and ladies are just humans after all. Yeah. Well, I have fat feet, so it's a little bit, yeah. The fashion industry makes stuff uncomfortable. But there's also ladies that design this stuff for other ladies, so it's, what can you do? Here. And Gregory's agreeing because he's married and he probably hears this from his wife. Does this work? My wife has a hard time shopping for comfy beds. Exactly, I knew it. I called it. I knew it. I called it. Yes, oh my God. Mr. Greggs. Mrs. Greggs. Don't call her that. She's like, why is it gotta be Mrs. Greggs, huh? It's his first name, not his last name. Why do they make bad shoes? Better question. Why do they make revealing clothing for Halloween costumes for women? That's a better question. Notice how every freaking female Halloween costume always has a boob window. Look it up. Tell me I'm wrong, but every freaking costume, mostly, is always over-sexualized. And this is something that was brought to my attention by my sister. This is not coming from me, this is coming from her. So, yeah. Where the heck has this conversation gone? It went from one thing to a completely other. What the hell? Alright, I'm done with this conversation. Again, how do I draw this? Oh, you're not wrong. Revealing clothing it's almost... Yes. You guys think I should just leave it as it is and just kind of be like this? Actually, that's not bad. Hold on. I think I got, hold on. Damn it. Nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that doesn't work. Hold on. Shit. Do you guys think that works? Is that good? I ain't dumping too much history about women wanting freedom. Also, it's a bad standard of clothing, so yeah, it's depressing anyways. I know. But let's be frank here. Let's not sit there and pull the crap of it's all on us. The us. It's there's women in politics that still like it's almost like in high school, you know, the girls that would you know what, shame other girls and do other stuff, and yet basically, you know, my proportional for the feet looks Disney princess feet for reference. Alright, well, I'll try that. I might actually change up the heel a little bit, make it more round to give it more. I think this'll do. How is this looking? Does this work? By the way. Yes, those mean girls get power positions. Icky got bullied for not being girly when I was young. Anyways, no. Yeah. Also, plus, I got something to show you. While we're on this topic, I want to get your opinion on this bullcrap, because I saw this, and I kind of got annoyed.
The Book of Revelation is also conditioned by the time and circumstances in which it was written.
I don't care. I don't care. Why the fuck? That is not... Come on. Can we please work with me here? It's just lagging. I hate when it does this. I don't care. Go to my...
Well, this is for Andrea and her friend.
Stop it. Thank you. Okay. Now, I want to get your opinion. I mean, we should... On the feet. Yeah, I know. Why? Why does this... I want to get your opinion on this.
Men are punching women in the face. Men are constantly assaulting people and...
Now let's make this statement correct. Some men are doing...
Hold on. It's not that one. There was another one. Hold on. That was one of many, but I'm trying to find where it was. There was... That one is another one. I'll have to show you later, but there's sometimes people that were spawn, but I'm looking. Yeah, it's comp Clayton Hughes of size. Yeah, hold on. Occasionally I'll like art stuff mainly. I try to stick to a certain thing, but it was basically responding to this. Hold on. Where is the... Hold on, let me go to the comments. There it is. She's done similar crap where...
I don't think men should be going out after dark. They should stay home.
Basically...
I don't think men should be going out after dark. They should stay home.
Other crap like this, blah blah blah. Just like very almost like...
Women in the face, men are...
Yeah, it's just very almost frustrating. I don't know why. There's occasional I'll see shorts like this.
Why do white people adopt black children? It's a real question for me. Why do white people adopt black children and then say things like, I'm not raising black children, I'm raising children?
Hello. So I find it interesting.
Someone else responded to that same video. They responded to it pretty cool as well. I really liked that. But occasionally... stuff like that I'll see on my For You page. And I get very frustrated. And it's just like... Here. Yes. It's complicated human beings, not ones of size fits all, but points skills. Yeah, I agree. But on the front of the other thing, why? Just why? I usually try not to respond to anything super political, but because like you guys brought up the subject, I just wanted to show you why. I was like, why? Just why? Yeah, I sort of understand the other lady. Hold on, the other lady about going out all at night, but I feel like this is a Western thing here in the Philippines. It gets dangerous for anyone. That I can understand, but here's the thing. Here's what she says. Her exact words were, she doesn't think men should go out at night. That's the key difference of word choice. She doesn't believe men should go out at night. It's bad at night in my neighborhood. I get that. But here's my thing. Key difference. She said men. She didn't say everyone. She didn't say people. She said men. And then, it's not the first time that particular person has, like, basically tried to, shit on men. And we're all pieces of shit. We're all this. We're all that. Key difference. We're not. That's the problem. That's the type of... Here's my thing. This is where I strike a stand when it comes to Yeah, I feel like she's referring to to a time when women are actually not allowed to leave, but it was decades ago, though. Yeah, but no. No, that's not what she said. Her exact words, like, you gotta listen to this. She says, she feels... Hold on, let me find it. God darn it.
Daddy, why are those people...
Shut up. Around 70, I believe. Yeah, but that's not what she says, though. She says, and this is not the first type of anti-men type short stuff, crap, BS, what have you.
Hey, this is actually a really good question. So I would recommend...
No one cares.
Listen, if you want...
Hold on.
Hey, this is actually a really good...
No!
Listen, if...
Which one?
Hey, good question. No, maybe you want everyone to have equal rights, then just be a feminist. Because you can jump on their agenda and train and have equal rights for everybody because they're like, hey, everybody should have rights, guys. Then, yeah. So some of us want to make sure that...
Yeah, blah, blah, no.
I don't think men should be going out after dark. They should stay home.
Basically, like, stuff like that, it's stupid, but just what I was trying to say is basically bullcrap like that. They should stay home. So men should not go out after dark. They should stay home. So it's basically, there's other stuff I can't find at all, and I don't want it to be... I don't want this stream to become a rant thing, but I feel like here's the problem. When you want to preach equal rights, but then you want to basically also preach where, and this is something I think I got into an argument about with someone in our comment section, I think. So yeah, she was making a point about how women weren't allowed to much decades ago. No. Her point was saying men should not be able to go, because she made another short, I think, saying that men should be watched all the time, blah, 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 or something. Not allowed to, whatever. Then puts this perspective if men were put in that situation. Yeah, but my thing, exactly, but my point, that's where my thing is that you can't preach about basically men should be watched, men should not be allowed to go out after dark, men should not be able to do this, that, or the other. Because there was someone in their comment section trying to pull this toxic crap, and I think I called them out for it, and I said, you can't sit there and say, this woman wants to speak for all men, and literally say that we're all dogs, we're all this, we're all that, and you talk your little talk. But the thing is, you can't sit there and preach that you want equality for all. I think we're not the target audience. Yeah, true. You can't basically preach equality for all, but then basically alienate the other side because they're men. Because that's the problem with, I feel like, yeah, we ain't the target audience. I get that. I'm not sitting there saying that that's the case, but I'm also saying with the problem with that type, here's my thing. You can't preach BS and then act like the BS is good. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. You have to strike a balance, because here's the thing. I agree if it's a rough neighborhood or it's stuff like that. Yeah, don't worry. You are not the target audience. She was getting spicy against, I don't know. Well, yeah, but also, well, technically what she was going against, yes, and I totally understand. Yeah. What she's going against was all, you know, that and it's like, okay, first of all, that's not what's called, because if you listen closely to how there was somebody that responded to her, I believe there was a woman that responded, and I believe she's like, because she was saying all, like, basically you heard it, and the thing is, no, that's some. Here's the thing, the problem, yeah, so that was on TikTok, right? Yeah, pretty much. The problem with, here's my thing. I have a thing against certain stuff because I feel like the logic gets lost when you try to apply it to all. Because you can't sit there and say, you can't sit there and say you can't sit there and speak for everybody in a majority. No thanks. No TikTok for me. Yes, true. Yeah, same here. Because that's where you lose a little bit of things, because it's like me sitting there saying something blatantly stupid, like why, like basically saying all basically it's a brain dead logic of basically saying, it's like someone saying this, like, let's put it in perspective. It's like basically someone saying that a majority of a certain group of people is this way, when that is only some. Like, I don't want to sit there and say, I don't want to make a comparison and then like somebody clips it and they're saying, well, he's racist. I don't want to do that. But I kind of just wanted to offer up what I was saying on the matter, without, sitting there saying it and then I want to move on. But basically, what I'm trying to say is that if the problem with certain, feminists is that sometimes they have the bad habit of speaking for everyone, and I feel like everybody does this in their own way. So I'm not going to sit there and say that, yeah, true, it was a bit awful as a way of talking about a gender, so then you need longer conventions. One with like TikTok isn't always going to explain something, but you do. But they have a yes. But also the problem is that what my thing is, I don't like it when people speak for other, like, that's like me saying, okay, here's the problem that I have with certain feminists, is that they try to apply this myth, like, that's like me saying, okay, in comparison, that's like me saying all the opposite side is a certain way, with, like, they're to this way, they're to that, they're blah blah blah, when they're not. Yeah, I love pop culture detective here on YouTube. I love yeah. But yeah, I'll get off the subject, but I kind of wanted to just say my piece on the matter. I think that I don't believe anyone has the right to sit there and speak for a certain group of people. Like, for instance, if you're preaching that men should not speak for you, why do you speak for men? Right? Like, we're all this, okay? Then why do you, like, when not all of us are? It's the same logic, okay? That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I don't want to get labeled as an asshole. I'm very opinionated. I get it. We're having just a discussion. You were bringing up something. We went from high heels to this. So I want to kind of clarify. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah, Pop Culture Detective, his channel is in YouTube. They explain it better about gender and Western side, but it's in a better way. And no, it's okay. Yeah, but I was like, if other people come into the stream and they're like, they can always misinterpret something, and they hear it and they're like, I don't want somebody to come in. Here's my thing. I'm very opinionated, and I'm very, like, I don't want to get misinterpreted and come off like somebody thinks I'm sexist or I'm an asshole or something like that. Yeah. Dismantle corruption, high heels. Yeah, or yes. But like, I just bare feet. I wouldn't say that. If you walk on gravel or something like that, that is not. It doesn't feel as good as you think it does. Or hot ass asphalt. Try walking on. Yo, Greg, what the fuck? Yes. Oh. By the way, it's a good thing both of you are here, because I do have a surprise for you. If you recall, I did do a cover. If I remember correctly. No one is sexist. Yeah, but still. I did basically do you remember the cover I did for the Fallen Ones thing? So basically I did actually recently at the library go get that printed. So basically I basically got that printed, I believe, yesterday. So I have a physical copy of the cover, printed. Well, someone is cooking. Yes. So yeah, I got that printed. Oh, I saw the covers. Yeah, well, I got one of them printed. The other one was a prototype. I didn't really like it as well. I might have to change that one, but I do want to change it, but I did get the Fallen Ones printed at least. And here's the thing that I want to do. I do want to do a redo of the universe, because I feel like there's so many new elements that after playing the game and then going back. Wow, you have a library in the neighborhood? Yes. Well, it's not in the neighborhood, but it is nearby, so yeah. And it was kind of cheap to get some stuff printed, so it worked out in the long run for me. Mostly. But basically, in some regard, let me delete that. I got that stuff printed. But yeah, on the fan comic front, I was thinking about a lot of the stuff for I'm kind of advocating for the rewrite or remaking the universe, because I still think there's a lot that the DMC reboot missed that it didn't have versus the original classic. And I feel like if there's anything I feel like they could do, that is basically I want to reintroduce it, because if you notice in the reboot, the whole theme, one of the many themes in Devil May Cry was nature versus nurture. That is something completely absent from the reboot. Don't act like it's there. It's not. I've replayed the reboot enough times. It's not there. There's some things I like about the reboot with the angel and demon stuff. That's cool. But I still, yeah, you know what it is. Oh, it's okay, yeah. It's the thing is that there's a lot of things that the classic series had in its storytelling that I feel the reboot didn't have as well. Now, granted, the reboot did have some story elements of its own that were pretty interesting. Some are hit or miss. But I feel like the core of Devil May Cry is like a battle of ideologies. It's a battle. It's something. Also, another thing is there's themes of love. Yeah, the reboot DMC themes are different. Yes, I'm fully aware, but I feel like the problem is that the core Devil May Cry themes, they have to be reintroduced. I'm sorry, because the reason why I will advocate for this, and I advocate for with the rewrite and stuff like that, and basically redoing like the timeline is because I feel like those are a core aspect of Devil May Cry that can't go. It has to stay in some facet, because you take it away, you're left with some, like, it doesn't feel right. Because, okay, Virgil is a villain for multiple reasons. He's a very complex and nuanced character, but also he's an antagonist, and he can be just as playful as Dante, but he's also very cold, very calculating, and very, what's the word? I wouldn't say the word malicious. Well, the DMC reboot never had another chance. That's why it never had, but it felt enough. That is true. I will give you that. It is true. DMC reboots seem to have like focused on the morality and the, yes, I agree. And the sequel stuff, like, yes, I can agree with that. But I also feel like if we did a rewrite of the entirety of the universe, and that's why with Fallen One setting up Dante better as a character, stuff like that, I feel like we can basically take some of the themes and remake it in a way that works. So, for instance, what's the word? Like, the themes of, like, yeah, go ahead. Maybe the preboot, like, yeah, like, basically, we kind of continue, like, we basically, here's the problem that I had, is, like, the reboot, it does have its own story, but I feel like there's a few videos that went more in depth about him, and the problems with the story, and, like, stuff that we've seen too much nowadays, like, against corporations, blah, 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 that type of stuff, the generic type of thing. But the thing is, if there was, like, a rewrite of the timeline for the reboot, the problem that I have, I know Greg has been itching for his origin, yeah. I feel like if we could capture or recapture things in a unique sense, like, here's something that was my main pitch that I felt like we could try to capture, that I felt like was something I thought worked better. This version of Dante is half angel and half demon. Same for Virgil. But the thing is, in the classic Devil May Cry, it's half human and half angel. And the key difference is that their humanity also, for Dante and Virgil, partially is what motivates them from tragedy. So, basically, their response to the death of their mother, the loss they had with their child, all that stuff, partially motivates and changes the dynamic of the characters when they're, basically when they're, what's the word? When they're older. So, like, Virgil, basically goes on a power trip to never feel that type of loss again, never feel that type of tragedy again, where he basically is like, that's why his speech to Dante hits home, is basically, might controls everything. Those without strength can't protect anything, not even yourself, because that is the lesson he learned by, his point in as a child. Go ahead, because the Nephilim can't have the human traits. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, is another thing I wanted to bring up. Nephilim are half angel and half demon. And something that I thought would be an interesting, look at Superman, he's alien. Exactly, and this is, there you go, perfect example. And this is where I want to bring this up, because I feel this is interesting. Angels are the embodiment of great good. Basically light and stuff like that. Demons are the embodiment of evil, all that stuff, biblically speaking. Now, humans are neutral. They can do great good or great evil.
Now take that a concept and apply it to Nephilim. They are a mixture of both demon and angel, great good, great evil. Humans are a mixture of both as well. Now, what would be interesting is kind of to go on this like thing of like maybe Dante has more, or the Nephilim have more in common with humans than they think they do, because they are basically the embodiment of great good or great evil, like the scale. Like that's something I feel like is an interesting take, because it's like okay, I'm not human, I'm not demon completely, I'm not angel. What am I? I'm almost, I have more in common with any humans in a sense of what I'm capable of, but I'm different in a sense of like I have abilities, but I still, Nephilim hybrid. My myth seems used to be like humanity. Oh, it's a good job, but yeah, I feel like in a sense where Dante, embraced this human side in a sense of like hunting down the things that basically killed his mother and maybe took the life of his brother at the time he didn't know. And then you basically, while his brother that's Ninja Fury is trying to impart it. Yeah, exactly. I feel like the problem is Ninja Fury didn't capture it as well as I think they should have. Yeah, like I feel like if you sit down and really think about it and you go in this realm of like, okay, how do you recapture something? Because Virgil embraces his demonic self. He basically, because they're both half human in the Claxus series. Well, you don't have that here. So you can't rely completely on the sense of how the trauma affects them because they're half human. Because trauma affects people in a different way, no matter what it is, good or bad. Now, I did think what would be interesting is that I do kind of like the idea of Dante being a little bit of a smoker or an alcoholic or stuff like that, because sometimes people use very negative means to cope with pain, to cope with loss, pain, all that stuff. Yeah, Virgil, exactly. I feel like Virgil in the reboot didn't make as much sense, it didn't work, and I feel like if we had a chance of like doing a remake, like fan comic, just making a brand new timeline, we can reintroduce the classic things that just worked better. Because I feel like, yes, Dante needs a coping mechanism, and that's exactly. And I feel like in the classic games, yeah, he ate pizza, he did stupid stuff, but in this, I feel like there's a lot more you can work with, and when he's already in his 20s, you can kind of tackle themes of addiction, and other things, and do stuff in unique ways that you couldn't do in a certain sense. Because I feel like that is something I feel like could be used in a unique way when writing it. Because like that was one of my main ideas, was like sitting there, I was like, okay, I love the classic DMC, right? I don't want to... Classic Dante is definitely... Classic Dante is definitely an alcoholic, but it never is approached on the games, just saying. That is true, but I also feel like it's not as true later on. I feel like maybe he does drink around a little bit during certain things, like the novels at least depict. Yeah, I feel like later, I think around 5, I don't see him being an alcoholic. I'm sorry, I just don't in 5. I think maybe if there was an arc where you tackle, like you have a little bit of that, maybe shown, or maybe stuff like that, that could explain why he's such a doofus in 2. But in a sense, I feel like there's so much that you can do with the Hold on. Yeah. Dante has an entire bar inside his office alone. Okay, that's fair, but also you could... Here's the thing. There are people that have in-house bars in their homes, and that's not always means they're an alcoholic. That they do have... His office keeps getting rewrites a lot. True. But also, there's people that have bars in their house, and that doesn't mean they are alcoholics. Some of them use it for company. So, like, basically, company comes home... nah, just laughing, but... yeah. But basically, company comes over, and, you know, sometimes they have in-house bars. Like, Terrorizer, he has a bar in his house. Doesn't mean he's an alcoholic, even though he's Irish. But still, he's basically, what's the word? He's not an alcoholic. Yeah, true. We have bars for coffee. I mean, yeah. And I think, you know, Dante also is a very party guy, so... But basically, to cut back to what I was saying, I feel like redoing the story from the ground up, from the start, to set up stuff that, like, will play a part in later stuff. Because I was going back and replaying Devil May Cry 1, and I was going back and, like, rewatching, like, certain videos about the series, and I feel like there's elements that I feel like really need to be brought back. It's something that it's apparent when you play the reboot, then and you go back and play the original games. It's more apparent that that type of storytelling's missing, and it feels like it doesn't. It feels almost like it feels very off-putting, and it's like I don't think. Here's the thing, yo, I know your email now, so I'm just saying I'm emailing stuff for you for my pitch. Okay, I'll check. Okay, I'll check. Go right ahead. And you can put it in the doc as well. I don't care. Nobody's been typing in the doc recently. What the hell, man? What the hell? Yeah, I have a pitch on the prequel. Yeah, the thing is, what I want to do with the comic is probably a lot different than what Celeste or you want to do, because I want to kind of do it in an arc sense, kind of like how the games did it, where Fallen Ones is book 1, it's the prequel, it's the first book, or set of books. Then we go to our next mainline thing, which is basically our DMC 1. And then we go on to our sequel of that, and then we keep going. And so it's like prequel, mainline, sequel to mainlines, you know, stuff like that. I feel like going in that type of sense is better. But hey, what do I know? Yes, sorry, probably Friday. Yeah, it's fine. And plus, this way, with the change up of it being not in the mainline reboot continuity, we can better redo stuff that I feel like the reboot didn't do as well, or we could rewrite it in a way that makes it... Because here's the thing, here's the thing that I feel like I don't want it to do. I don't want it to be overly serious, but I also don't want it to be generic. Like, I don't want it to be generic, but I also, like, I don't want it to be too serious like Man of Steel. I don't want it to be too stupid and goofy and just doesn't make any sense, like how the reboot was and stuff like that. I want it to have this mix of things. It's corny, but yeah, true. I want it to have, if I wanted to do the game, like the fan comic, I want it to strike a chord of being a mix of the reboot. Yeah, sorry, I typed that into that quickly. Yeah, that's fine. I want it to be a mix of some elements that worked of the with the reboot, and also stuff that worked mainly with the mainline games. Because I feel like if we're going to try to if we want it, because the thing is, yeah, what I'm saying is I was inspired by, yes, Arcane, we need that ton of balance. Exactly. Perfect example. My favorite fucking show ever. That is what I'm talking about right there. Because that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to do. Like that type of stuff. Ah, yes. Yes. Because like how that story, like that's what I was talking about. That's what I want to do, kind of. Basically, it starts off like a prequel thing of like yeah, just saw the first season. I was late. Yes. Basically, you start off with the characters as kids and blah blah blah. You set up like it's like a major like a conflict that continues when they're half into the adulthood. There's a bit of a time skip and stuff like that. But basically, you basically have them, Vi and Jinx are now older, but you basically show them as kids. What you set up gradually, you take your time, you show, and basically, oh, they're basically here now. Yeah, Vi is biased for reboot. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of why I feel like a rewrite is better, because once like we basically set up everything the way it needs to be set up, so to speak, there's a lot more wiggle room with a story that you don't have to worry as much, because the problem is, at least for me, it feels like there's not as much wiggle room with Reboot Dante. It's just kind of like, it's just there. And there's some stuff I feel like doesn't work, doesn't click, or just feels very dumb. And I feel like if there is a way we can make certain things work, that's why I think Arcane, yes. So I will totally agree with you, hands down, on that. Because I feel like Arcane is the perfect example for how to do something with the story. Because you set stuff up when they're kids. So it's basically like, that's what I was saying. Prequel, then you go with sequel after that's done. You set up everything with the prequel, you go from that. Because technically, we could do it in a sense of like taking place in two different periods, where you set up Sparta halfway, then you show Dante a little bit, you set up Mundus, but he never gets shown. He's not the main villain yet. I'll let you finish. But when we were doing our fan sequel, we were doing it in a fill in the blanks for Arcane was something that clicked, and I had to tell Celeste to see the bin oh yes. I feel like, for me, like, what I was thinking in a realm of, like, with the Arcane style thing is, like, prequel style thing first to set up everything, like, arc-wise, and then, like, continue from there. What you also want done is also the same energy, so yeah, the same, yes, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Because, like, the thing with me is I feel like we can do, like, fuck. I originally, what my pitch was, where, like, the prequel would be a mixture of Dante's Inferno, Devil May Cry 3, and all that stuff, and it would be younger Dante, and the, kind of like, it's our version of the DMC reboot version of Dante's Awakening and all that stuff. That's version of the prequel. But that was my original pitch. I still think we could do that because I feel like that's the most canonical thing that sets up the Devil May Cry series as a whole, as it is. Because Devil May Cry 3 is the prequel for a reason.
and I feel like taking that away would be dumb. Okay, well, I got to do the origins, hold on. The origins of the reboot Dante, where we can visualize the story and telling of the perspective of younger guys, and sorry. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, like, that works. I think that's great. I think we can do that. Still not gonna lie, I still want to do the Timide Gru. I did that concept art for it. I have an idea of how I want it to work. I have it all visualized in my head. I still have, like, little things for that whole storyline where I actually thought of some cool stuff with it. And I really thought it would be pretty cool. And I'm changing Mundus. Here's my problem with Mundus being the billionaire. We ain't canceling the Timide. Yes, good. We need the. Yeah, I did the concept art for that, rebooting that. Here's the thing. I want to change Mundus. The Mundus we got from the reboot from the original game. Fuck that. We're changing it. I have a better idea for the villain of that. Yeah, the reboot Virgil part, I think. Yeah, here's what I was thinking to change the fucking villain thing for, like, Mundus. What he is in the reboot is not staying. Fuck you, don't give me that bullshit. We're not keeping that. I'm not doing it. I absolutely refuse, because it doesn't work. I don't like it. It doesn't click. I have a better idea that's something that fits better for that type of thing, and that would be a reboot version of Arius. One, it works. I think the problem with Mundus is we have The problem with Mundus is that he's having too much fun with it. Yeah, that's one problem, but also it just doesn't feel like Mundus. Now, Arius, on the other hand, it already works. And I'm gonna explain my reasoning of why. One, it makes more sense, that it is basically Arius than Mundus. First reasoning is that the Mundus in the reboot is basically a billionaire philanthropist type thing, and that's his facade, and he basically... I wish reboot Mundus was shown more as a cold mafia boss. Yeah, that I can agree. Yeah, we can have Arius. Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like Arius is better for the DMC1 style thing, better than Mundus. Mundus, I feel, needs to be basically... how many of you guys have watched Supernatural? How many of you guys have watched Supernatural? Mundus needs to be our mix of Lucifer and Azazel. I feel like Arius is another... Hold on. Another Lord Demon businessman. I feel like... No. He is pretty much the only one. That was a long time ago. Well, basically... Mundus... basically is our Azazel / Lucifer. Super Hulak. Supernatural. Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Dean and Sam Winchester. Don't you cry no more. They're fucking demon hunters and like stuff like that. Basically, that was the main inspiration for me, partially with some elements for, I'm a bit too old, Winchester, I'm a bit too old about the Winchesters now. Well, basically, what I was thinking with Mundus is basically he's our version of Azazel, and like he takes that type of... I only have third season. I never finished it. I get it. Yeah, I think here's the thing. Arius, sorry, it's fine. Arius is basically our Mundus from DMC1, and instead of Lilith, like basically what would be a cool concept is that Arius is trying, if basically Sparta locked his demon essence, because I want to try and take the idea of DMC2 and make it work. Basically, our prequel is the first book. Our DMC1 is basically our DMC2. Here's the reason why I thought this would be cool. Sparta, basically, you know, he's been on the run. He's gotten hunted by Arius and also Mundus. Mundus made a deal with Arius that basically gained him power. He was like a second in command. He was like a human at one point, similar to whatever. He basically made a deal with Mundus because Mundus is a lot more powerful, blah, blah, blah. And Mundus originally, in our canon universe, this is my idea, don't care, originally was an angel. Here's a fix, hold on. Here's a fix. Let's not have reboot Mundus. He exists, but he's not our villain for this origin story. Let's focus on Arius. Let me explain first. I get that, but let me explain. Mundus was a fallen angel. Basically, he is now a prince of hell, along with Lucifer. But Mundus is seeking more power, but he was basically fucked over by Sparta. But he's made many deals, basically sometimes with, you know, to gain more power, taking it from demons and stuff like that. Well, he was the first human that basically, you know, got, you know, Mundus's attention, and he basically made a deal with him to get demonic power of his own. And through manipulation, blah, 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 he partially becomes the second, like, almost equivalent to Mundus in power. Because Mundus wants to overthrow Lucifer, rule everything. The earth, hell, everything. So he partially makes a deal with the human, Arius, which gives him demonic power, what have you. And now he basically has this, you know, demonic power. Well, Sparta gets wind of this. He's partially, you know, he's still working with Mundus at this time. Maybe, no, I don't know how they could do it. But basically, Sparta, like in DMC2, locks, hold on, who is the human? Arius? Yes. Arius is the human. Made the deal with Mundus. Arius made the deal with Mundus basically for demonic power because he's a greedy human. What have you. We can, through like manipulation, whatever, he basically is tricked into, kind of like how Alistair basically would make deals. You're gonna upload this stream, right? You're gonna upload this stream, right? I need to re-listen. Yeah, it's gonna be public once it's done. So, basically, it's gonna be public regardless. Basically, Mundus makes a deal with Arius just for manipulation, trial, whatever. He basically gives, finds a way to give him like demonic power through like manipulation, like some type of way. And Arius basically becomes almost equivalent to power to Mundus, but almost so close that it basically almost as, yes, I do Arius with a criminal demon human guy we need to escape villain. Yeah, I'm game with Arius. Yes, thank you. It makes perfect sense. It's awesome. So basically, Mundus manipulates him. He almost wants to use Arius to overthrow Lucifer and also destroy heaven. So to basically take over hell, heaven, earth, everything. Well, at this point, this is at a point where Sparta is secretly with Ava, right? In our canon universe, he's basically with Ava secretly. You know, they're kind of like, it's almost like a Hades and Persephone type thing, where he's kind of like, he doesn't, Mundus doesn't know about what's going on, but once he gets wind of this is his first act of betrayal. Like, he realizes very quickly what's going on, and eventually he's like, okay, he wakes up to the idea of justice. It's like, he becomes more honor bound. It's like, I can't let this happen. Arius being the one that snitched on Sparta and his family. Bingo. Because once he basically, Sparta technically imprisons him anyways. Like, basically Sparta basically separates, that could be a really good pitch. Yeah, he basically snitches on Sparta because he finds out about it, but in that, it's already too late, because Sparta basically traps a bit of the essence, or splits off the essence of his demonic power. Just wanted to say hi. Sorry, it's fine. Just going into a pitch. From his human self. So part of it is locked away through like a witch ritual. Done. Yeah, I can pitch an Arius sort of. Yeah, basically, and then the other half of his essence, his demonic self, is split into a demon of its own. I wish I could say more. No, it's fine. And it's basically a female that's pretty much in the embodiment of his demon self completely, that almost has this feel of, if you watched Amphibia, you have the core, and then when it possesses Marcy, it has like these different, things. It's kind of a mixture of that. Sorry. And so basically, the human Arius, the human Arius is split off from his demonic power. So you have his demonic power split in two. So it's part of it's locked away, A. The other half became its own thing, but it's separated enough to where basically it's not as powerful. It's almost like a baseline demon. And no matter what they've tried, they can't merge, because he needs his other half of his true demonic power that Sparta has locked away. So basically, the demon splintered off. Like, it basically became its half independent but half not, loyal type whatever, basically. But it's female. And this is also a reference to, if you look at Argosax, because this is an idea that I thought had merit. I don't know why. Arius is Argosax. It makes perfect sense. This is our version of it. Argosax DMC. Fuck. DMC 2. Basically, Argosax in his main form is like a flaming almost a flaming demon angel, right? But there's also a female version of it, so there's two little things, and he splits off sometimes, if I remember correctly. So what my pitch is that there's a reason for that. That Argosax is basically split into two, and also his female embodiment demon self was the reason for Lucia. So basically, she would partially splint off a little bit of her, like, some demonic essence to make... Hold on. Yeah, basically make the Lucia character. So, basically, that's kind of what my idea is, that basically Arius, being a human, made a bargain with Mundus for power, for demonic power, stuff like that. In exchange, we can say that he wanted to use Mundus, or that Mundus wanted to use this this type of power to basically overthrow everything. And Arius, in a way, let's say he was so consumed by the power that he didn't really care. He didn't do what he wanted. So maybe, you know, maybe you could have that, or you could just say that he wasn't as powerful to throw Lucifer over, but he was still pretty powerful that he came close. Okay, Lucia can be in the future. I feel like we're getting too ahead where we can keep Attack of Lucia's story in DMC2 were very interesting, getting just organized. Like, yeah, okay, true. Plus, if I remember correctly, Celeste has her own... I think she has her own story for Lucia. So that is its own thing. We don't have to use that. But what my main thing is that... Yeah, we can keep that tech of Lucia as like... but Arius is a good villain to focus. Yes. Arius works for our mainline DMC1 type thing. It works so well for that type of story because what do you like? Honestly, if you really think about it, Mundus, and don't worry, her reboot. Hold on, her reboot Lucia is still a wipe. Okay, like that version of Mundus does not work. It doesn't. It doesn't work at all. It doesn't fit. It doesn't click. It doesn't have anything that really fits. And like, when you see Mundus in the reboot, does it really scream Mundus? Does it really fit like anything he would do? Fuck no. It doesn't work. It doesn't click. It doesn't have anything that you think that Mundus would really do. Ha ha ha. DMC Lucia and DMC reboot is under construction, so don't worry. Okay, that's good. And I also think the secretary aspect that from DMC2, I want to bring that back, but make it work. But basically, yeah. Arius or Argosax is basically our villain for our mainline DMC1 type of graphic novel, fan graphic novel. That is like, that works so much better than Mundus. Because, A, he's already a businessman, and all the things in the reboot, all the things that Mundus does, all of it makes more sense for Argosax or Arius. Like, do you honestly think Mundus would give a shit to, like, basically care about, like, making the world his bitch? You know, like, he wants to destroy it. He wants to let the world burn. I feel like he's calculating, he's bitter, he's this very methodical type character that it works better for it to be, yeah. Personally, personally, the reboot Mundus feel like a greedy manager is fun, but a big problem is I don't see what else makes him greedier than cooler. Exactly. And I feel also he lost a bit of his edge. Yeah, to keep Arius, we need this guy. Yes. Hold on. Yes. Keep Arius, we need this guy. Yeah. Arius works so much better, and it's not even funny. I think that... Because I was sitting there thinking about this for months on end, and I kind of thought, okay, if Fallen Ones is our prequel, it's our Devil May Cry 3, what is our DMC 1? Because we're not gonna... it doesn't work to keep Mundus as... let me write a reboot Mundus a bit... hold on. Let me write Mundus a bit more brutal, but he's in the future plan. Like, yeah, exactly. I feel like Mundus feels less
here's the thing with Mundus. Mundus, I feel, needs to be, he almost has to have this, do you remember, fuck. I feel like him having almost a Silco mixed with, what is his name? The doctor guy, from Arcane, mixed with Azazel, mixed with Lucifer, mixed with... shit. Oh no, Mundus... no, Mundus X Lilith. Just kidding. No! Please, keep cooking. Okay. Mundus needs to feel like... he needs to feel almost scary, but also very smart and conniving. I want him to almost feel like, if you recall Lord of the Rings, do you remember that bit with I like how Sauron or the eye, like he has this presence within everything. I can't remember, but basically the villain of Lord of the Rings, and also one of the wizards. It's kind of like that with Mundus. I feel like Mundus needs to have this presence, the same type of presence that Sparta had in the main games, where I think Mundus needs to have this presence of don't show, tell. Where his presence is like felt through the series, and then when he does make an appearance, it's an oh shit moment. Like, even in Arcane, when Silco, like, he's basically hinted at a little bit, and then, yeah, my pitch for the reboot, both is the bald man villain from Superman, sorry, I forgot, Lex Luthor, but also a complex villain from the OG, yeah. Who was the, Lex Luthor. Here's the thing, I don't like Mundus bald. I don't like it. Like, if you want to do Argosax, not Argosax, but Arius a little bit bald, it works. Mundus, on the other hand, yeah, it's Lex Luthor. Yeah, I don't feel the Lex Luthor element works for Mundus. I'm going to tell you why. Yeah, I'm laughing. Yeah, Mundus, hold on. Mundus DMC 1. DMC 1 Mundus. I'm gonna say this right now. This is the character is like almost angelic and stuff like that. Here's the problem. Reboot Mundus does not work. He doesn't look scary. He doesn't look intimidating. He doesn't have that anything. He's not appealing as a villain. He's not funny. He's not cool. He's not even a good villain. He doesn't have any intrigue to me. In the same way, like, even in, like, his comic counterpart, like, he had his, like, a DMC comic. He has this angelic look. The only problem with the OG, yeah, here's the thing that I want to capture. I want a Mundus that almost has a feel of something like this, where he's very... I love the lore that he got. Yeah, a little. I want something a little bit like this, fan art from Reddit, a mixture of this, and also, I want to look it up, Supernatural Lucifer. I want a mixture of, what is it? Supernatural. No. I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. If you guys watched, what is it called? Supernatural, or even Sleepy Hollow. I know I disagree. Hold on. I know I disagree. The look that Scylla's version of the reboot of Sparta is just an option, so I like her look for Sparta. I don't disagree there, but hold on.
Lucifer.
According to Villains Wiki, fandom.
Shut up, Google. Lucifer has this like very distinct look. He body swaps, stuff like that. But it's the same for.
According to Wikipedia,
Hold on. Azazel, his whole thing is that it's similar to Lucifer, he can swap bodies, but also he is the reason for Sam. He's the reason why Sam briefly is partially half like demonic. Hold on. If you buds know an OG LS Flux, none of the other cartoons, yeah, pitch for influence really. Yes, I will try to draw my version of Mundus at some point. I do have an idea for him. But my idea is a little different. Because I want him to have a feel for... I want him to feel like a mixture of... Shut up. This one right here. Do you remember one of the wizards in Lord of the Rings, this one? I want him to be a mixture of this and also... Shit.
Here is some information about Constantine.
Shut up.
As a suicide...
Shut up. Submit. Come on, quit it. No, not logo, fucker. There. The actor with middle hit. Yeah. Something, a mixture between the wizard from that and this. This type of bit of Lucifer, like a little bit almost kind of scary, but kind of he's sank metal, but he's awesome. Well, kinda. I want him to have this very distinct feel where he's almost very, like, I want him to be, I wouldn't say well dressed, but I want him to have a distinct look. Yo, of course, that Constantine, yeah. He's Saint Mill. Yeah, I want him to have a mixture between one of the wizards from Lord of the Rings with the beard and stuff. Because I think if I was to design him, I want him to have a mixture of this old stuff, like, feel to him. Because I feel like with Lucifer, he's the embodiment of pride. I feel like, okay, the Rings of Hell... in the Princes of Hell, Lucifer always represents pride. The actor on board because the actor on board because I have him as a reference for the reboot Mundus. Yes. Yeah, I think here's the thing. I think with Lucifer, not Lucifer, but with Mundus, he's a great villain and yes. With my version of Mundus, I want to embrace the DMC1 aspect of him, and that's partially why I made him a fallen angel. I think it works so well, it's not even funny. I think it works. We on board, yes. And, because I want him to be a fusion of the supernatural stuff, B, the wizard from Lord of the Rings. I want him to have that beard, that distinct look he had in the games, but I also want him to have a look of, like, as a fallen angel. So that, I mean, the Keanu Reeves Constantine, that's the actor of Hell. Well, yeah, but I don't want him to look like Constantine. I want him to look like a mix, like the actor who played Lucifer in Constantine. I feel like that sickly almost feel to him. I want him to be a mixture. Like, I want him to have this look, like this balance of creepiness and stuff like that.
because I feel like that doesn't work as well if, you know, hold on. Must have heard you. I meant the Swedish villain actor in Oh, yes. Because I thought you were talking about, like, Keanu Reeves. Like, as like the villain of Lucifer guys in the reboot. Yes, okay. Good, we're on the same page. Because I feel like it works better. And that's the first thing. And the second thing is, obviously, I feel like, if given an opportunity to design Mundus, I don't want to go for a Lex Luthor look. Because here's the thing. If you want to... No, leave Keanu Reeves. Leave Keanu Reeves. He's an EMC... Just kidding. No. The thing is, I want Mundus... If you want to make Arius the bald one and stuff like that... hold on. Ellie gasp. Keanu is not in peace. Shut up. If you want to make like Arius bald or something like that, like we can have it to where he's like something that I thought was interesting, and I don't know if it's said explicitly, but in DMC2, Arius looks a little bit Asian. No, I have something. No, I have something else in mind for Arius. I personally still think... Okay, let's hear it. I'll try to find another male model. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Arius does have a very, almost Asian look. And if, like, you want to make him bald, go right ahead. But, yeah, someone regal, but in a dark... Yeah. I feel like Arius has this distinct, almost Asian-like look, and I feel like if you're going to have him, I think he's the perfect choice for DMC1 reboot fan comic stuff, because all the stuff that is going on with like the humans and stuff like that fits so well with Arius. A. And B, it also perfectly aligns, without even realizing it, and I just realized this just now, it also aligns with the Resistance faction that, what was it? Funny you say Asian, a mutual named Idworth Research, DMC2, Black to Back, and Asian and Latino Americans models were used. Okay, yes. And I'm not kidding. It's funny. I knew it was true. It also perfectly aligns with something that Celeste was bringing up in her, I believe, one of her videos about the cop. No, it wasn't the cop. It was the stream. You were talking about one of your OC-like characters, the cop, and it was some type of resistance thing. I don't remember everything about what you said, but I remember enough to remember that it's the same name as the resistance that Lucia is a part of. So, yep, the Morrison, yes. Basically, it aligns perfectly. And also, it reworks the idea of Virgil's, the whole thing with that resistance thing. Now it makes a lot more sense. Because it doesn't make much sense for Virgil. It just doesn't fit within his character for the idea of like the resistance and stuff like that. But if you apply it with Arius as a villain, and maybe you change some stuff around a little bit, now it starts to kick in and it makes more sense and it aligns perfectly. And I feel like now it works better because it
basically kind of aligns with like DMC2 stuff, and it works better. It clicks easier. It basically works a lot better than what the original, because it doesn't make much fucking sense for Virgil to be like a resistance leader. It just doesn't. But yeah, Morrison is a part of a small resistance. Yes, exactly. That's screwed over by Virgil because he wants to lead the resistance and follow them. Yeah, exactly. I feel like you take Virgil out of it. I feel like you replace that with Lucia. It works better. One, Lucia is basically a creation of Arius, and maybe like give her like a thing of like a reluctant thing where it's like you tweak some things here around a little bit, and it makes sense because like in Arcane Season 2, Vi's parents are killed by enforcers. Now she's in a reluctant thing of now having to be the thing that what's called So yeah, the thing is, reboot Virgil's history is non-existent in the main games, which sucks. Exactly. That gives us a lot more lean room to now fix stuff around for our own fan comic, where we can give him a better history, explain stuff, and stuff like that. Plus, if we basically apply the DMC 2 as our DMC 1 for the reboot fan comic, it aligns a lot more better than anything that so it perfectly fits. And what did you say? I will have to put Lucia in another plot though. True. But I just want to kind of like, I feel like if you want me to be honest with you, like having like, cause like, okay, blah, 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 blah. She's still a part of the resistance, but in another place and time. But yeah, I feel like here's the thing, I feel like this time around it works better for it to be Lucia, and like she basically takes the place of Kat. Here's the reason why. One, it works better. Two, it fits, and three, I feel like if we switch stuff around and write it in a certain way, where I feel like, yeah, we narrow this down, we put our perspective with Arius, yeah. Because here's the thing, Arius works as our DMC1 Mundus. It works so well that it fits so well that it makes zero sense to have Virgil be the resistance leader. It doesn't make any sense because it doesn't fit him as a character at all. Virgil does not give a shit about humanity. He does not care. He's only interested in power. No Kat. Kat, here's the thing. I think here's the thing. I wouldn't say, but we need Kat. It's not that we don't. Here's the thing. We do, but we don't. Here's the reason why I say no Kat. She will be introduced, but she does not need to be a part of the resistance at first. Now I'll give you a reason why. One, it doesn't make much sense. Two, I want to play up a different angle with her as a character because it makes more sense. Yeah. No, I think he means Lucia is the other character. Yeah. Here's the thing. Lucia, yeah, this is the past self. Yeah. Here's the thing. With DMC, our version of DMC 1, it makes more sense if Arius is the main villain. You've already established that like there's somewhat resistance and stuff like that. It makes sense that it's now Arius is our main villain for our version of DMC 1, what have you. Makes perfect fucking sense. The resistance is, we're talking about like prequel. Well, not exactly. Prequel is our Timene Gru incident. Our DMC 1 is our Arius incident. Basically, our DMC 1... Okay, got it. Okay, basically,
Timon Gru is our prequel. That whole thing, we can figure out that when we can. Our DMC1 is basically rewriting DMC1 from the reboot, but also just for this own little canon universe. Because a lot of the elements from the reboot don't work, and I feel like if we wrote it in a better way and the stuff that we use from the canon and stuff, it works better. That's the first thing. Second thing is, Cat, here's the thing. The reason why I say no Cat in the Resistance is that it makes better sense for it to be Lucia. First reason, she already could be a lot more confident, and she's a fighter. Cat doesn't, like, here's the thing with the reboot I feel like is a problem, is that, and also, it makes another reason why I think we can use DMC1 and the hunters and stuff like that. With the hunter, the monkey looking thing, which I want to tweak that design. DMC2 has these, like, a monkey enemy. I think it makes perfect sense. Well, Kat's story hasn't started until she meets Virgil and her backstory. Exactly. And that is where I feel like she's unneeded. I feel like and she's too young. I mean, yeah, exactly. Well, and that's my thing, is maybe we can tweak some stuff around, but I also feel like Virgil, if he's not the leader of the Resistance, which already makes zero fucking sense, it makes more sense to have, like, a bit of, like, a conflict of interest between your original character and Lucia. And also, we can bring in Mathieu, because that's another thing. No, we're talking about Resistance against Arius. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. I'm just bringing up the thing is that if we're using that type of DMC2 like stuff because it makes more sense, Cat doesn't really feel needed. If basically, here's what just to fucking clarify. I'll mark it with lines, okay? Blue, our prequel. Timon Gru, the tower incident. It's like, it sets up our timeline. Similar to DMC3, that's our first incident. Second mainline book, which is technically our first mainline book. This is our reboot DMC1 / regular DMC1. This is but it takes more in common with DMC2, with Argosax or Arius. Basically that whole thing. So that is our main, like, that is our DMC1 / stuff like that. So, prequel Fallen Ones, DMC1, we can come up with a fucking title later. Then we move on, okay? So, basically, what we're doing is a better timeline. Setup, then mainline. So, we go from A to B eventually. So, Tower Incident, prequel, setting up the whole thing, and then we go to our version of DMC1. If that makes any sense. Hopefully that clears up any misconceptions. Like, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, aside if we can reboot Virgil's backstory, his origin is actually a bit connected to the fall of V. de la Mora. We can... I feel like maybe also we can set it up to one of the members that, now this is something that funny you should bring that up. What if instead of, the Order of the Sword from DMC4, like, that whole incident, that whole thing where he sleeps with a commoner and stuff like that? And can you, hold on. Can you that in the writing, RMX, I'll listen to this video. Perfectly fine. Like, can you, in the writing? I'll try, because this stream will be up afterwards. Like, it might take a little while to process, but you can watch back at any point and stuff like that. So, like,
I'm not gonna private this stream or nothing. Like, I didn't private the other ones. The only times I private a few that they just didn't work. No, main, hold on. Main Virgil's backstory is his backstory. Kind of, yes. But I did think of an idea, because funny you should say how his version, like your guys' version of Virgil connects to the Resistance. Wouldn't it be funny and interesting if Virgil slept with one of the women in the Resistance, which was secretly, that would basically be Nero's mom in this universe? Wouldn't that make sense? Like, that's basically our version of the Order of the Sword incident. Like, she basically, like, that's how, like, we get a Nero in this. No. Damn it. I thought it made sense. It would be cool. I thought it fit. You know, like, basically, at one point, like, he basically freaking, you know, went in there. I don't know. No way we're be influenced to put reboot Virgil's backstory. Like, I think, like, that's, like, basically, it makes sense. Like, think about it from this angle. It makes perfect sense. Like, reboot Virgil, let me, hold on. Let's put it decently. Well, it makes sense. Like, think about it. Resistance, like, is basically, reboot Virgil is picky. I get that, but there has to be a reason for why he sleeps with her. We can figure it, we can write it in a way. But it's like, he basically tries to, you know, he doesn't get two shits about, the whatever. All he wants is, maybe he basically, it's kind of like how Arkham, like, maybe, like, if you recall, in the DMC prequel, the DMC manga, how him and Arkham met is, like, he basically gave him a warning, blah, 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 and then it's like, he basically seduced him with the idea of, power and stuff. Yeah. If you read the prequel comic for DMC, the reboot Virgil, he's issues with feelings. I get that, but I also feel like writing him in a more Virgil-like fashion of being almost very cold and calculated and very callous. Like, okay, if you read the very first, like, the prequel manga. Also, my battery on this tablet's at 22, and this thing is very hot, so I am going to have to fucking let's see, DMC 3 prequel manga. His introduction to because you have the, yeah, I'm not against the reboot. Oh, I'm not against the reboot losing the virginity card, but reboot Virgil as the main character, clear as a bit off. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I feel like the reason why I say the idea of the whole thing with one of the Vertiz members or the Resistance, I feel that aligns with his character a little bit more. And plus, it nixes the problem of Cat. And it's fine. Plus, I will say with the reboot, the manga, Virgil meets Arkham. This is where I feel like there's a lot more we can work with the idea of stuff. Like, with even his, when he meets Dante for the first time, he kicks his ass. Stuff like that. And, like, reboot Virgil broke Cat's heart, and so it has potential, but he's... I feel like, I think what would be interesting is that kind of like, Cat has this relationship where Virgil acts like, I wouldn't say, it's almost like, if you remember the original Prince of Persia movie, where the main villain saved the father, the king or whatever, and he regretted it ever since. It's kind of like that. That's what I thought would be cool. What do you seek? Blah, blah, blah. Like, basically, Virgil, I feel like, works best when he's very cold and very calculating and stuff like that. And I don't think he's the type to genuinely give a shit about some stupid resistance. All he cares about, and that's the reason why he went with Arkham in the first place, is he just cares about getting his father's power. He wants to embrace, like, the demonic side of himself and stuff like that. That is his goal. That is always going to be his goal. And I feel like the reboot didn't it didn't even go along with that. And I agree, he is an empathetic, but reboot Virgil has characteristics. I get that. I feel like, yes, he does have characteristics, but I think the thing is, the problem with that is that the problem with like, you can't tell me that Virgil would make us, like, you can't tell me that Virgil would say that he has a you-know-what. A bigger you-know-what. You can't sit there and say Virgil would ever say that crap. Do you honestly sit there and say that? No. With a straight face, no, that doesn't work. Reboot Virgil is controlling. That's a good factor as why he's leading the resistance, but for his own gain. Yeah, but I don't think it works. I don't like the idea of him basically leading anything. I don't feel like... Here's the thing. Even with DMC3, like, Reboot Virgil did that and it was funny. It wasn't funny, it was stupid. There's a difference. But even, okay, for instance, his partnership with Arkham is basically he's using Arkham to get what he wants. But also, it's a double set of coin because, like, Virgil is being outplayed anyways. Like, he thinks he has the upper hand, but he doesn't. That's what makes his partnership with Arkham work so well, is that he really wouldn't have partnered with him anyways. I gotta go eat lunch, but later. Alright, see ya. His thing is that he thought he had the upper hand, but he really didn't. It was basically, he's basically like Snape to Dumbledore. Or Snape to Voldemort. Is like a triple agent type thing, or whatever. It's basically, Arkham is such a master manipulator that Virgil may get himself cut off, and he thinks he's always like, he's one step ahead, and stuff like that. But he doesn't realize that he is outclassed. Like, Arkham immediately knows what to say. And he knows how to get, like, what Virgil, and manipulate him, and Dante, and his own daughter. That's the thing that I feel like Virgil as a character works best, not when it's like a team. Like, him basically being a leader of the resistance never is going to work. For 3 reasons. 1, he's not a team player. He would rather kill anyone than work with anyone. And he's not the type to give a shit. He just isn't. The mainline games, anything. He doesn't work. Virgil is always going to be a character that does not give a damn. And I feel like that's why it works so well in 5, to give you a thing of, like, basically it questions him in a sense of basically saying, okay, I realize where I went wrong. Like, all this time, this, now I get it. Like, now I realize where I fucked up so many times. Like, it wasn't... Because that's the whole point of 5 in the first place. And if you think about it, that is why I feel like Virgil leading any type of resistance is never going to work. Because, 1, it doesn't align anywhere with his character as a whole. That's the first problem. Second problem, you're going to have to write it in a way that makes it make sense, and it's never going to make sense. With Arkham, at least it made sense because it was Virgil wanting power, and Arkham just came up to him and is like, you know, I know your history, I know this, I have the means, and I know the means to basically to give you your father's power. I know how the blah, blah, blah. And that is like where it was like, okay, Virgil realizes, okay, maybe I can use him to get what I want. Because it doesn't make much sense for Virgil to basically lead any type of resistance. It's never going to make sense because, one, yes, he could use people and to get what he wants, but it's like there's 50 people in a resistance. Like with Arkham, it's one person. And even Virgil was like, you know, he ran out of use for him, so he killed him. With a full-on resistance, you can't do that. It's not going to be that easy. And that's where you run into these loopholes and problems with the idea of it. I feel like the thing is, if Virgil was more like this freelance, I kind of see Virgil being like Cloud. Here's the thing, I feel like if Virgil was kind of like very more freelance, and he's like, he runs into this stuff, and like maybe one of the members is basically, maybe one of the members is somebody that kind of like tempts him in a way, but he's like, okay, yeah, no. And he walks off. It's kind of like X-Men. Do you remember the scene from the whole thing with them trying to recruit Wolverine? He's like, fuck off. It's kind of like that. I feel like maybe we could have, like, maybe eventually he does, all he wants from them is, like, a means of knowledge for, like what it is they're up to, what they're fighting against, like, basically, or maybe try to learn a little bit more about his father through their means, fighting, like, a demon or something like that. But really, it's never, ever gonna work in the way that you think it will, because I feel like Virgil is always has this superiority complex, and the problem with the reboot is he really doesn't have that as frequently, and I feel like if even if you try to, there's a lot of things that just don't work with Reboot Virgil, and if we could, like, figure out, like, a balance with it, I feel like it'll work. But I'm a firm believer that I don't think he could ever do a resistance type thing. It just doesn't work for him. For just obvious reasons. Now, feel free to disagree. I'm perfectly fine with a bit of disagreement. Believe me, that's the whole point of a writer's room, is like to figure out means and stuff. But I just feel like it's never gonna work. From a writing standpoint and from just any type of standpoint, it's never gonna feel like Virgil, at least for a lot of reasons. Now, if there is a way to tweak it to where it, like, some stuff, it makes sense, then fine. But I feel like I got back as quick. Yeah. The thing is, here's the thing with me, I'm never going to be on board with Virgil ever leading any type of resistance. It's just not. It's not feasible in a way because Virgil, his biggest weakness is he basically has a. Oh no, you found. Yes. It's not. I'm angry. I feel like he's the whole point of his partnership with Arkham is that it's basically he basically has you have a use to me. Like, you're useful until you're not. And if you show any type of weakness, I will kill you. But there's also this thing of let me cook before reboot. Alright, fine. But the thing is, I feel like he almost works better as Cloud from like Final Fantasy or stuff like that. I will say it is going to be, yeah, exactly. Like a lone assassin or just a lone like killer. He just kills whatever just if it gets in his way. That fits Virgil better. He's never going to ever feel like. Here's the thing with Virgil. The whole reason for the partnership between him and Arkham was, I know that like Arkham is a master manipulator. Virgil thinks he's not getting manipulated, but he is. And that's why it works so well, is that Virgil thinks he always has the upper hand when he doesn't. And then when he doesn't, and Arkham's alive, it's like, shit. That's like, now it's like, okay, let's go take care of this. Also, Cat Defender, the reason why I pitched Morrison is because I was inspired by the Human Student. Yeah, I get that. Connie, Mr. Yeah, I agree. Actually, what would be interesting is if Morrison is Cat's uncle. That would actually be a unique thing that I was thinking about, and I wanted to get your opinion on it because it's probably a dumb idea. It's corny, but I don't know. It's fine. I get it. I think it's great, but I've watched Steven Universe, so I get what you're saying. I actually thought would be interesting. Oh, yeah. I thought it was interesting idea that basically, there was a movie I think I was watching at one point, and I thought like basically, there was an idea. It came from, I don't know if Greg is still listening. No, he probably just tuned me out. He's just like, fuck this. Which is perfectly fine. But no, I feel like I will still advocate for Virgil never being the leader of the Resistance because it just doesn't fit. I'm never going to be okay with it, and you will never convince me otherwise. You're never going to convince me to not be okay with it. Okay, I'll grab lunch and listen. I thought you grabbed your lunch. I thought you grabbed it already. Not yet. Well, basically, what I was saying is that Virgil... I have to run. Yeah. Virgil will always feel like he always has this superiority complex, and the reason why the Arkham bit works so well is Arkham is a master manipulator. Virgil has this superiority complex to basically to mask his inferiority, and that's why his loss to Dante on multiple occasions, because that's why he only fights Dante, is because he sees him as a worthwhile challenge. Because really, Virgil doesn't see anything else as a challenge. He does not give a shit. But Dante challenges him not on a physical level being an equal, but also on an emotional level, but also on a ideological level. Because if you think about it, Dante is basically Virgil's opposite in every single facet.
And Virgil, here's the thing, Virgil is basically the character of Virgil works so well is because he uses his inferiority to complex. That's why the whole thing with the prequel for Visions of V works so well, because it explains it better. Also, there is a video going in depth about Virgil's character, which I highly recommend checking out. I don't know where it is, but I might pin it in the comments, linked after stream. But basically in general, I feel that Virgil as a character will always work best as a loner. He never is going to ever work best as some type of leader of a resistance or any of that. Because why would Virgil give a shit about humanity? That's the one thing about his character. That's the whole reason that tests him with V, and his basically challenges his views on humanity, because the whole point of his character is to say, well, basically, my humanity is the reason why I lost my mother. My humanity is like a weakness. Wait, hold on. Well, that is pretty much what it is. That's the way he sees it. Even, like, all it is about for him is power. Power, you know, that's the whole reason why his illogic, like, his, thing, basically, to Dante is about might and, all that. Virgil in the reboot is about power and control. Yes, but not in the same way as classic. Here's the thing with reboot Virgil. It's not as apparent with him as it is... Yeah, reboot is... Yeah. Here's the thing. Reboot Virgil's villain thing is basically almost feels last minute because DMC3. That's the problem. It feels very rushed. It feels, you know, whatever. And also, a lot of elements of Reboot Virgil don't work. It doesn't fit as well. A lot of people think, like, there's a lot of elements that just, Reboot Virgil for his selfishness. And yeah, I get that. But I do think the problem with the resistance angle, it's... reboot is self-absorbed. I get that, but I don't feel it works. You're never going to convince me that it works. I'm sorry. It's never going to work for me. It doesn't feel like it works. Because the thing with Virgil is that the problem with Reboot Virgil is that there's a lot of things missing from his character that are more apparent in classic. Because one, he's a Nephilim. Okay? So how do you explain, okay, he only cared about humanity for his own hero motives. True, but I also don't think he should care about humanity at all. I think he should basically be more calloused and cold. The reason why I see that is because here's my thing with him. Humanity doesn't, like, he's a Nephilim as a character. That's nice and all, but let's see. Call of Duty, I am home. Well, welcome home, good sir. I've been working on this for 3 hours trying to get what's it called done. However, the big problem with and also welcome, good friend. Yes. However, the big problem with Reboot Virgil is the thing is he's more nuanced. Yes, I get that. I am not a sir. Yes, you are, good sir. But good for you, yes. Good for me. That is your response always. That tomorrow problem. 3 hours. Ha ha ha. Reboot Virgil is never given enough of spotlight. Yes, but also, and this is Kristen. Also, oh well, hello and welcome. Well, the thing is with Reboot Virgil is that here's the thing that is the problem. Virgil, Call of Duty. No, not now. Why? So you can get your ass kicked again? Kicked your ass once in the game, rather not do it. And plus, it's 11 o'clock. Dad'll kill me if I make noise. Reboot Virgil, the thing. Virgin, the thing is Call of Duty. Reboot Virgin. We ain't talking about virgins. Don't make noise. Yeah, no. So I cannot. Suffer in silence. No, thank you. That's your department, madam. That is your department. Jordan is going to join. Oh, is he now? Well, maybe we can team up and kick your ass together. But back to what I was saying before I was interrupted. Reboot Virgil is red flags or something. Yes. The problem is that Reboot Virgil doesn't make sense on a lot of fronts. He said you wish. Interrupted. Yes, in the middle of a conversation debate about DMC. DMC, madam. The best franchise ever. Bringing up Call of Duty. But I'll talk about DMC. Boom! Okay, but back to what I was saying before I was interrupted, is that the thing is, if Virgil is a Nephilim, he should not care. He has no reason or connection to humanity the way that classic Virgil has. DMC5 Virgil is basically, not DMC5, Devil May Cry Classic Virgil has a connection to humanity because he's half human. His half human side is the reason for his inferiority complex. And it's his reason also for his lust of power. That's the whole point. That's good. The whole point is, if for the fan comic, if you want to do Virgil, half human, yes. The thing is, yes, but the thing is, if you take out the humanity side of it, yeah, we get it. Be silent, woman! Be silent! Call of Duty is not a priority for me right now. Why? Nope. Devil May Cry is my priority. Plus, I'm trying to get this done as well. It is, though. No, the fuck it's not. Woo. Fuck off. My phone died on me anyways, so haha, you can't text me anyways. It's fucking dead. Tomorrow! Like Clark Kent, who is an alien, yet he's very... Because it's the nature versus nurture argument. Because the thing is, Clark is an alien, but he was taken in by humans, so he was taught the values of humanity without being human himself. That's the thing. That's the thing that you're missing with that argument, and that's the problem with that argument. Someone who is basically, let's say, like, if someone is an alien and stuff like that, they're taken in by human parents and shown love and shown what it means to feel love and basically whatever. There's just as much storylines for Superman going evil because he didn't, do that. Also, Figures, Brennan Jr. Be quiet. Don't compare me to his ass. Don't you dare. Says the person who got her ass kicked by me. Shut your face. Reboot version was taken to... yeah, I get that. Then actually play... Why did you come to my stream to pester me to play Call of Duty? Why? I kicked your ass. I won fair and square. And I don't need to make noises. BC, because you got your ass kicked and you're dying to get it kicked again. Hey, bud, sorry. It's fine. By 1 PT. No. Well, I got to go now. Alright, see you, Gregory. I'll try to check the doc later and see what the progress you have on, like, writing stuff, and I'll see what, you know, I will re-listen to the stream. Okay. Good. Yeah, okay. I'll check out whatever you got, later for the fan comic doc thing story-wise, because, you know, we've been going through ideas for, like, the last hour and stuff like that, and... So at least we settled on something for remaking the DMC1 part. That's a plus. That's a plus. For once, we figured out a way to make the DMC reboot part for the fan comic work. And that's take out Mundus. Hello. Yes. Earthling. Yes. I'm still here, yes, I know you are. I can see that. I can see the chat, partially. And it's a good thing my tablet's half dead. Call of Duty. No. Why? Get ended. No. I kicked your ass. I'm staying on my winning streak. You can sit there and suffer. You can suffer. Good. Let die, shrivel up and die. Yeah, that be you, madam? That be you? Oh, you can't do it again. Yeah, I know. But basically, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of things you can do and all that stuff. I don't know. We'll have to figure out, like, stuff for, like, the fan comic stuff at a later point. Like, basically, we'll try to, because I know we'll have to write some scripts and stuff. I'll try to do the concept art for Mundus, and Arius, and Argosax, because I do want to keep Argosax flaming and stuff. I don't want it to be this monstrosity of all the different demons from DMC2 or whatever. I feel like that whole thing was dumb. And plus, replacing DMC1's villain with Argosax makes it makes sense anyways. So it's a good thing we settled on that. Now we just have to settle on the prequel. So we have our one. Now we just have to go back and settle on the story for our thing. Which is not going to be easy. 'Cause fuck off. Nope. What about Nevin's feet? I settled on just having it be one-sided toes. I'll probably shade some stuff like the heels and stuff later. I'll probably have to add like electricity, dots, whatever smearing effects, and bats, and I'll have to add her back hair. The foot looks really good. Yeah, after I figured it out, because I'm not good at drawing feet or shit. I am listening, I'm looking at the chat. I can see her messages and I can see yours. So I'm trying to play a fine line of balance here. Peace, yes. Yes.
plus this has been like, I've been working on this for like, how many hours now? Plus, I still need to do, let me go back. I want to save it right here. Shit. No, don't you dare do that shit. I hate it when it does that. No. You better not have. Oh, and rest. I will probably. I don't want to, though. It's midnight, yeah. Pretty much, yes. Because that's another reason I don't want to play tonight. Because pretty soon I'm going to have to go to bed anyways. It's 12 o'clock. That's another reason why I'm avoiding it. Because if I play Call of Duty, one, I'm going to be noisy. Then I'm going to get Dad pissed. That's the first problem. Second problem is that, one, I won't be able to play long. That's another thing. I'm thinking ahead of time because I know, because he's already came back here while I was streaming earlier. And because it's laundry night. And because fucking bullshit with some stuff, I have to fucking go to bed at least somewhat early for a reason. Because he is an ass. Here's the thing. He's decided, and I don't want to say anything too much, because I don't want to give out too much today. He's decided that I need, because of, like, every night we've been going to bed at 3 or 2 o'clock. Every night. Every fucking night. Well, tonight, because he didn't get to sleep well, we all have to go to bed at freaking 2. Or at least 1. So, yay. And he's came by the door occasionally, and I can hear his ass. So that's fucking lovely. Also, rough pitch. I do want to assume the family root, so that I help with fifth and more. Okay, that works. That's fine. Also, but I'll try. I guess I'll play. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea because, you know, I'm gonna have to go to bed early anyways. No thanks to Jackass, but I guess I'll try. Oh, my head. It's not that I don't want to, by the way. I know that probably both of them are watching. No sleep now. I can't sleep without pills because I take meds. The rest is important. I know that. But the thing is, I do have a personal life with friends that I do need to hang out with. But also, because I care about them, and I know that they want me to play, because that's why she joined. Isn't that right? Because I know you're still here. It's just the thing of, like, shit goes on behind the scenes with, like, where I am with family stuff as well. So it's like, meh. It's the typical bullshit that gets on my nerves. Then play for... playtime for 30 minutes. I don't know, rest after. Yeah, plus I've been working on this for, like, 3+ fucking hours to get fucking Nevin right. I'm sure they're both watching the stream, and I'm gonna hear about it and when I get on, because I'm looking at my PlayStation controller, debating. Call of Duty. She looks really good, thank you. I need to get... Fuck. Conflict of interest. I have my family bullshit of having to do things, and then I have the friends. I need to do stuff. I have to... fuck.
This is the point where I sing the song "Welcome to My Life." Fuck. I need to charge my tablet anyways. Good, Mrs. Good for me. Alright. Fucking join. I ain't fucking... Fuck off. I do have a human version of Reboot Nevin, but her demonic from... Okay. Well, that's cool. I'll have to check it out later. Maybe you can GM me. No charge. Yeah. Sorry. Maybe I should go. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm turning on my PlayStation as we speak anyways, so I can fucking... You can play for a bit. I know that. Thank you, Mom. I just need to get a lot of stuff done. This is taking me 3+ fucking hours. Haha, sorry. No, you're fine. It's taking me 3 hours to get this done, and I'm pissed. Plus, I'm more mad at my fall ball. But, what can you do? As someone in their 30s, rest is more important. That's true. That is true. But, having a social life is too. Well, anyways, chill with your pals. That's the plan. Plus, I need to go plug up both my tablet and my phone anyways. I've been streaming for like 3+ hours anyways. So, I think it's about time I ended it anyways. So, I appreciate most everybody for stopping by. Oh, fuck. Ow. And all that shit. Also, with the kicking her ass in Call of Duty part, that was me teasing. I wasn't genuinely being a dickhead. Just for clarification's sake. Because I know that I'm going to get a bunch of bullshit. What thought I'd clarify. But, yeah. Okay. Well, have a good rest of you guys' night or day, whatever it is for you in the world. I gotta go charge my tablet and my phone. So, have a good rest of your night. Peace out. Bye-bye. Yes.